it's like you got a lot of it's hands on that you got to do your own crap in or something. So
Right.
in some ways they're better. There's one called Forge or something. Anyone hear that one?
Yeah, I've heard of that
I've heard
one.
of that one.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Nope.
also.
Do you play on it?
I have once.
I have
Ha-
not.
I thought you did,
It's
Vex.
kind of buggy.
Is it buggy? Do you
It's kind
know?
of buggy, yeah.
Do you know why? I think it's more buggy probably because it's all open source and it's like community driven. There's no. I think it's like that. Like
Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's probably not worth switching. If I'm being honest.
What about D&D Beyond?
D&D Beyond, like it doesn't have a true tabletop, does it? At least it never did before. Did they ever
I
implement?
believe they are in the works of the VTT.
Well, they were. I know they were working on that other freaking concept, the whole like 3D, like almost like video game, like
Yes, that
yeah.
that one looked promising
There's
till they
one
tanked
I
it.
there's one I always wanted to use, and I own it. It's called the downside with it is we all need to own it on Steam. Now I used to use this one called Tabletop Simulator, which is all you do is it's super cheap and you buy that once. But there's another one that's a little bit more modernized, and it's called Tailspire. It's more specifically geared towards like D&D. Um, I don't know. I've tried using both, but the problem with Tailspire and Tabletop Simulator is like, you know, we play on a two-dimensional map and we move tokens around, and
Mm-hmm.
there's automation for all the character sheets and the roles are all on. There's none of that in Tailspire. So if you go over to Tailspire and Tabletop Simulator, you actually also need to buy all the books on D&D Beyond and roll all your rolls from D&D Beyond unless you want to take all night rolling from inside the virtual interface. There's like physical dice like you can grab with your hand, like a virtual hand, a 3D hand, and throw it across the table.
Hmm.
Oh.
It's kind of cool. It's like it feels like you're actually sitting at a gaming table, but it slows down the gameplay for the way we're used to playing. Like we could probably try it at some point if we ever wanted to. But, all right, I'm going to shut up about that. We've got to get back to our game. I'm thinking about it though. If this keeps bugging out. All right, so you guys have the vehicle. What were we last saying about the vehicle?
We were
We
talking.
were getting, yeah, we are getting Chuka and Clunk. We were getting them fixed up.
Yeah, they put the wheels on the one vehicle. So
hmm
on the Devil's Ride was actually what was missing the wheels. The Tormentor had wheels, but it's got a rusty hull. And it had no weapon. But they're installing the weapon next. What are you guys doing? Do you want to talk to Zestri and let her know that you got her?
I suppose so.
You don't seem to care much about that, huh? You're
I
like
don't like her.
you're like I'm gonna leave her behind. Do you feel like
If it
she's
was up
kind
to
of
me, I
evil?
would. I,
You know what?
you know, it's something about dark-haired women
Oh, really?
that just scream evil.
Wow, thank you.
You're blonde.
I'm not blonde.
All of a
What do you
sudden, a
mean?
blonde-haired woman shows up. with like radiating
this?
blue. It's a blonde-haired elven woman. She just strolled into the camp,
You,
and she's got this sassy walk, and she's like, "Hey, you dirty little red caps, get out of my way!" You hear her like, sassing on in and stuff, and you guys might recognize this woman.
is that Drag Trentum?
It's Fragmentum. Yo.
Drag Rentum? Holy shit!
There's a lot of blondes in this fucking party. What's going on?
Holy shit! I know that face anywhere.
Sorry?
Rentum.
It's not Tarentum. You guys recognize.
Cyrus? Yes. Why are you in disguise person?
Yeah, Cyrus.
Well,
Why
did you
are
go
you in
around-
disguise person?
What happened
What
to your
can I
face?
say?
That is something so kind to say, Aelin. Just what happened to your face?
I'm sorry, I had to play a lesser form for, you know, just a little bit of practice with my craft, you know? Sometimes you just have
Oh.
to switch it up.
Fair
It's been a
enough.
while.
It
Did you
has.
miss
How'd
me?
you get under the hills?
My ways.
Hmm.
You know,
I knew there was an
Did you jump off-
escalator.
Did you jump off the
Hmm?
cliff, or did you take the chains down?
Chain-
I took the chains down, but can't say there wasn't a little bit of cliff diving. There was someone who was a little too reminiscent of a certain idiot in the party. And I stare at Gideon.
Oh, God.
Who? Tarentum, I can't believe they're talking about you.
Like, he's so stupid that he doesn't even realize I'm dissing him to his face. I
He's
missed
just
you
in
guys. How
denial.
are you? How's
How'd you
hell?
cross the river? How'd you cross the river?
Terrible.
I don't know, God. How did I cross the river?
Well, you could just
Was
you
there
can
any
create
river
your,
to cross?
you can create your own backstory here. You
Okay,
just
okay.
just say like I just made my way and I found out. I figured this would be the first place you guys end about that because it was the only place that didn't look like a giant battlefield near where
Wait,
you landed
yeah.
that you were like maybe they took refuge there and you headed in that direction. So.
Well, as I said, I have my ways, and more than that, my connection with Lulu may or may not have assisted me just a little bit.
There you
She
go.
may or may not have spoken to me a few times in my dreams, just to tell me, hey, don't go this way, otherwise you're probably going to end up killed. It helps when you have a talking creature in your head sometimes. Not in the case of Gideon, though.
You good? Do you need anything? Do you need water? Do you need food? Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Good.
Just, yeah. A little
You'd better than
flabbergasted
Tarentum.
that we're in hell, but I'm good.
You're gonna have to make at least one Constitution saving throw because they had to make several
Oh, yeah, no, that's
for
totally
traveling
fair.
on foot through the wasteland.
Well, okay, before I say I'm okay, give me a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we're doing Constitution save? Okay.
Yeah, you're making an exhausting saving throw. Oh, that looks good.
Do I have an advantage? I don't have advantage, though, do I?
No, but I think it's 12 is fine. You didn't gain
Okay.
any exhaustion this time.
I'm okay. As moderately as I can be, considering we're in literal hell.
Perfect. Perfect.
And what's the Elaine's gonna be? She's gonna like throw her arms around her neck. Where have you been, Loka?
I had a journey of self-discovery to go on. Had to kind of grapple with the fact that there is a literal other part of my soul I don't know about.
That's right.
Did it work?
As much as I can, you know? As much as I
Did you
possibly
find
can.
your parents?
No.
Ah,
Why do you think I'm
Bet.
down here? That and to make sure you guys don't die. I can't say the same for
Fair enough.
Gideon, but I actually like some of you.
that's fair. That's fair. Gideon's gonna come up and kind of put his arm on your shoulder and be like, "Now, I love that you're back. Never let me talk again.
What did he do?
I suck at it."
did he do that?
I will tell you. I will tell you in the tormentor.
In the what?
The tormentor.
So we got a mom. We got a minivan. A
What
mother.
is a mini
A motherly minivan. Oh, it's difficult to explain. I got a motorcycle though.
What is a motorcycle?
It's an infernal machine that you ride around on two wheels. It's like a mechanical horse.
A mechanical horse? That's... Why would you do that?
Sick as
Wouldn't
hell,
that
I
be-
know.
Isn't that bad? Can you really
No.
trust a machine over a living being?
I point to Lucy.
Oh. Lucy doesn't count. She's alive in some place. She has a soul. Are you insinuating Lucy isn't alive?
No, she's a machine right now.
Oh my
Soul or
gosh!
not.
Lucy, I'm so
No,
sorry.
no, no, no.
Gideon
You
was
said,
reporting
what do you
upon
think of
you.
Warforges
I
then?
can't believe this. How could you dare say that about our trusted compatriot? That our compatriot doesn't even have a soul? That is crazy.
I
Truly.
missed this.
Lathander, would it be wrong to smite this one?
Lathander says,
I,
yes.
Lathander stays silent.
God, what do you say? I agree. You're lucky for now. Anyways, it is good to have you back. Like I said, I'm never talking again.
And yet you keep talking. So,
To you, that's a different, that's a whole different thing. Because you don't count as a person. A more dog-like thing.
Hey,
Look at you, you're almost
Alright,
getting
anyways.
pulled across. You're almost there. My workshop is working.
Anyways, so Gideon's gonna. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Hold on. We gotta talk to this woman.
yep.
So Lucy,
Oh,
you wanna?
okay.
Lucy, you wanna explain what
Why
we
don't you-
did, or?
Why don't you explain it?
So we
So,
redo-
Xerxes. Oh, I'm sorry.
My
Did you
name-
want to go in?
My name is
I'll
Zestri.
take it. Zestri, we freed you. Come with us.
No, we didn't free you. You're under a better management now. You're under our work. So, Mad Maggie has loaned you to us to help us maintain the machines.
Why are we
So
only
to
talking
make
about-
up,
Is that right?
to make up for the time that. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that
right.
is
Thank
right.
God.
Yes.
I really need to get out of here. This place is really cramping my style. Well, who's this then? Did you pick up another straggler? And she looks over at Cyrus.
More like a stray.
I don't want to hear that
Shut
from
up.
you. Hello, my name is Cyrus. How are you? You are gorgeous.
Oh, well, thank you, dear. You're not really my
Yes.
type, but I
I can
appreciate
be a
it.
type if you. I can take on any type that you need.
Oh, that won't be necessary, darling. Anyway,
Fair enough.
I would love to get out of here. Let me just grab my things. Oh, I have everything. She just throws her hands up and she's like, I don't really have much left here. She just grabs like, her backpack, which is like stuff on the, inside this machine she's working on. So, how do you propose we get out of here? And where are we going, by the way? Does anyone even know?
Oh.
The Bleeding Citadel.
The Bleeding Citadel.
Oh, that's comforting.
It's where the sword, or yeah, the sword of Zariel's being held.
But
The Bleeding
so we're going to the
Citadel.
forest.
Are you serious? You know that doesn't exist. Are you a bunch of fools? Did Mad Maggie convince you it was real?
I think they did.
Lulu, tell them.
Lulu's like, I think it's real. My memories, I saw it. Oh my God, you're gonna trust this thing? The Bleeding
hold
Citadel
on.
is a myth that the
Ah.
warlords. Listen, the Bleeding Citadel is a myth that the warlords created to scare Zariel, to frighten her into thinking that they had some kind of leverage over her. It's just a myth. No, they've talked about it for hundreds of years here, from what I understand. There's no way we'll find it. Maybe we should find something better to do, or find a way to get out of this place entirely. We should just go home, back to our plane. We'll be safer there. What do you say?
We have things to do. I say
And
no.
No.
We have
Things to do.
Well, if you
I'm
so,
sorry,
you
yes.
know Elturel, yes?
I've heard of it. Yes.
It's fallen,
I know.
and we need to pick it back up. Unfortunately, that sword's the only way. Or so we're told.
So
It says a lot of told.
you are, what are you, some kind of do-gooding hero troop or something like that?
We
And that
try
is
our
our goal.
best.
We don't do well enough.
What have I gotten myself into? Out of the fire and into the frying pan? Or is it the other way
We're literally
around?
in hell.
Yeah,
There's nothing better to do in here.
it doesn't really matter which way I go. Very well, a deal is a deal. Take me with you on your pointless and, desperate journey through this hellscape. And if we happen upon a suitable host for our dear friend Lucy, I will do my best to restore her to some form that is more aesthetically pleasing, I guess. However, I really think she looks better this way.
Lucy, do you think you look better this way?
If it wasn't for her being the only one I know that can fix these things, I'd kill her right now just for staring at me.
Oh, we don't like her. Understood.
She's the one that put me in this. Here, I'm going to share this. So, like,
Oh.
in your spare time, you can read Lucy's entire backstory, which is all written out here, and then there's several handouts.
Yeah! Thank you!
So that's Zestri operating on Lucy, who she was deformed,
girl.
and she was hurt really badly in some kind of, I forget if it was a magical fire or accident, but no magic or spell or healing magic could restore her, and her parents found that this was the only way to help her. This woman showed up in their small town one day offering a procedure, and this is how she ended up, and inside the iron or the brass body. So this is like memories from Lucy's that erupted as soon as she saw this woman. She remembered more about it. See that?
Yeah.
These are all like AI generated. Look how close it got to her actual token. Isn't that creepy that it knew that? I just typed in like female brass body and that's what showed up.
Terrifying.
And I mean, her token's from another video game. Like this actual token, it's from Pillars of Eternity, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where I borrowed it from. Anyway, it's very bizarre that AI knew that, put her in the exact form like that. So that's the deal. She's like, fine, let's go. I assume we have transportation. We can't just walk all over the place. And which direction is this citadel? Like, do we even know that?
Do we know that?
Well, Lulu will lead us the way. She can point with her trunk and stuff.
No,
and
you guys know
such.
already. You guys do know. I told
Oh,
you.
we do know. Yes, yes.
Oh.
It's surrounded by a pool of blood, obviously.
No.
Bleeding citadel. No.
No.
Oh?
She described a hill.
Oh, a hill.
A hilltop.
Well,
A place called Harriman's Hill.
above.
It's called.
Harriman's Hill. There we go. Thank you.
In fact,
Harriman's Hill.
Maybe Zestri tells you, oh, that must be Harriman's Hill.
Okay.
It's known
Just one of us
for,
knows where it is.
like, where they display bodies. Up
Harriman's
Oh.
Hill.
Zariel's
Lovely.
victims of the Blood War.
Comforting. Practical.
That's where Lulu thinks
Fabulous.
the incident happened, so she wants to go there first. She thinks that's
So,
where we gotta go.
alright.
Then we'll go there.
Yep.
Well, darlings, I'm ready when you are.
We'll go check on the vehicles if they're ready.
Lovely.
Fine.
Sounds like a female version of you.
Where are you going, honey bunny?
Oh yeah.
Are you going to mess
To
with
the
more of
bike
the
up
red
here.
caps? Chuka and
Oh no,
Conker
I'm
are the
not.
ones fixing up your gear.
Got it. Do we have anything else to do around here?
Nah,
We've helped
unless
Mickey.
yeah, unless that was all like pre-Zariel, like kind of stuff. Like,
All right.
there's nothing really left
Well
to like
then.
explore here. I mean, like, you guys were supplied with rations and all, so they don't really have a merchant here. Actually, you should be asking questions about some of the things and that you want to find out about your own quests to anyone you meet, instead of wandering aimlessly looking for them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I will be right back. I gotta take like 2 minutes. You guys think about what those
Got
things
it.
are, okay? And talk amongst yourselves.
I gotta find Obi-Don, Kentucky.
I must find
like,
Gira's
Open
bright
Dawn,
star.
Kentucky?
Yeah, Master Obi-Don, Kentucky.
I forgot that was his name. I gotta find whatever my parents are named. I actually know if they have names yet.
Trentum is looking for Artorias.
Uh, speaking of, where is Harrow? Is he just not
He has
here?
a headache.
Oh,
Then-
poor bud.
Then Gideon is looking for
think he-
Girion Brightstar.
Thing that Vex had like a few weeks ago because of weather changing and stuff, most likely.
Probably clear. And are we looking for your sister, Blue?
She's not gonna be over here. She's gonna be wherever Zariel sent her.
True.
I don't know. I don't even know where to start looking.
Perhaps she's, infamed. The Redcaps must have heard about her.
Maybe.
Maybe either trees or
I'm back.
bicycle. I can't say her
Where are
name.
they? Where are they? What was the specific quest that my parents were on?
I believe it was for some sort of amethyst.
It was a sapphire, I believe.
Sapphire. I was close.
You were very close.
Thank you.
Park Supplier, Gideon's Quest, Sharon's Tapestry, Lulu's Memories, Bazaar, Avernus, Zariel Hellriders, Dead Cemetery. Oof.
Did you guys remember anything?
Yes.
I'm currently in the process.
Well,
Hey,
let's-
Cyrus.
Yep. In character, out of character.
In character. So,
Yeah.
amongst your travels, did you ever hear of an individual called Giradon Brightstar? Any mentions of that name?
Girion Brightstar?
Yes. Perhaps, I know it's a long shot, but maybe.
Perhaps I have. Tell me a bit about him. What?
So, of the curse? That's the demon who cursed me. Or his cover name, I should say.
Girion Brightstar.
It's kind of pronounced different than that though. It's Girdon.
It is, but Giradon. Sorry,
Giradon
Giradon.
Giradon Brightstar. Well, perhaps I have.
Yes, Giradon Brightstar.
Permission to... Would that be a history check? Can I do a history check for that?
You could try, yeah. You've never heard of him.
I have no idea.
I knew it was a long shot, but I suppose the time. Anyone else have any questions of sorts?
Zestri, do you know anything about a particular sapphire and that might be connected to the god? Oh, my brain just broke. Oh, what is it? It's the What's the god's name? I'm staring right at it. Hold on. Char?
Char?
Char!
Yeah. What about it?
Ugh, I'm trying to look. I'm looking through my notes right now to find the specific name of the sapphire that my parents were hunting.
Yeah, it's,
Char
I believe it's called.
Hi.
Um,
The gem. It's a part.
it's a dark amethyst, I think, is what it is.
It says dark sapphire here.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Vex also thought it was an amethyst. Maybe it is, and I just wrote it wrong.
So this is the deal with that, if I remember. I'm going to paraphrase, but essentially the guy who was the head of that Sharn temple sent one of his agents, Tyrion Zarkon, to negotiate with Zariel. I believe that's the case. And the idea was if they could get the dark amethyst, they can get themselves out of Avernus.
Right.
Yeah. But your parents were like willing supplicants in going with him.
Yes. Wait, they're with Tyrion?
I think it's Tyrion. Hold on.
Okay.
Who's a captive?
Because I have the.
Let me make sure. I got to go back to the other chapter folder and look at the map. Sometimes I put the notes on the map, and I should keep them all in one place. Where's my shine?
I should have asked Mad Maggie.
Yeah.
Probably. Who knows? Maybe Maggie isn't so mad after all.
Tyrion Zarkin was the head of the cloister. You never really questioned him directly, but through what you saw and spoke, remember you spoke to Shar and learned about your lineage more? What did she tell you exactly? Remind me.
Specifically, it was about Xena Cirivo specifically, and about how when I was I got memories of what my of when my soul died and dripped through the river and how my parents performed a ritual to kind of block that side of me out, essentially, and how my parents ended up getting taken as a form of repayment for debt. I believe.
They joined the Shar and sect, the cult of Shar, in hopes of curing you. They had to actually become faithful in her cult. So, you thought they were loyal to, Saluna all them years. They weren't. They did what they did to protect you. Yeah. But they had to, at least, you're now under the impression that they are Sharans. You know, that they're sort of like the bottom of the barrel cultists, but they were able to grant you some relief from that condition. Yeah. So the dark amethyst is being I think they're trading it to them. Hold on, let's see. Or the dark sapphire.
Whichever one it is.
Yeah, he sent another man there with your parents, Amalar Duskwhip.
Oh. Duskwhip. Got it.
This guy. A cleric of the Church of Shar.
Ah, he's got a hammer.
Yeah, he's a cleric, so he would have a hammer. Most clerics use weapons like that. So he went with your parents to seek an audience with Zariel and exchange the dark sapphire.
Oh, see, that I didn't know. I thought they were just, from what I remember, they were just getting the sapphire. I
It's
didn't know they were
either,
seeking an
I believe it's
audience.
either one or the other. They're either exchanging it, or they're going to Zariel to get one so they can use it in one of their charm rituals. It's in
Fair
one
enough.
of one of my notes somewhere, and I can't find it. Yeah.
No worries. It's okay.
It's one way
Okay.
or another. The important thing is they left with him, and
Yes.
they're on their way to look for Zariel. So you may not discover much about them until you guys get more of a lead on where Zariel's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, or maybe when you're in certain key areas where there's a lot of travelers in Avernus, you can ask questions and see if anyone's seen
Yeah.
them. Like
Yeah.
that would be the only thing I would suggest, is that, like, in terms of what we're trying to figure out here right now, ask people if they've seen anyone that fits those descriptions, or
Yeah.
you don't have to give them your entire backstory. You don't have to explain all of it every time.
I'll drop my own lore.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. You know, just to
I will.
keep looking for, like, hey, you know, there's like a man traveling with a husband and wife. They might be wearing these purple robes with this symbol on it, and, you know, hold up a copy of the Tenets of Shar and show them the symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be what I would do. Anyway. And what about
Hey guys. Hey guys. Above. Any of you.
what are you doing,
Hmm?
Blue? Where are you?
I'm at the
Down by the
bottom
red
by the
gaps.
gate.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out if they've seen Melise.
These idiots probably wouldn't now, but I
I
wouldn't
should have
talk.
asked the hag. I should have asked the hag, but because she
See?
wants information, she would have information.
You could ask. You could go back and
But
ask.
the hag. Okay. Would anyone like to come back with me? I need to go to the hag to see if they've seen Melise.
Yes, I would love
Go
to
to the
actually.
hag.
I need to ask. Yes, her name was Maggie. She's a very lovely lady. Very reminiscent of
called her a hag.
yourself.
Huh? You think I'm a lovely lady? I don't know how to feel about that. Please don't compliment me.
Sure.
That's weird.
It's totally not because I
Ugh.
called you a hag. No.
Oh, you called me a hag? Oh. See, I'd be worried
Hello.
about, like, I'd be offended, but considering what you look like,
We are
I mean,
back.
that's a compliment. So.
Maggie stares at you as you enter back into her office. Oh God, what is it now? What is it now,
Okay,
sweeties?
Maggie, you have
Yeah,
information,
woman.
and information is one of your greatest powers, I'd say. I want to know if you've seen anyone that looks like me per se, but maybe with dark hair. My cloak's already off. Remember, I took it off and put it in the bag of holding.
Dearie, I would know if I saw someone who looked like you. Not only would I remember that face, but your soul is quite unique. No, I have not seen someone like that. I assume you're looking for a relative or something like that. Interesting. But unfortunately, no, I don't know.
She hasn't passed through here per se or anything.
As I said, no.
Okay. Thank you.
Is that all?
No, Maggie, I have
From
a
me.
question.
Be brief. What is it,
Have
young
you
monk?
seen an Obi-Wan, Kentucky?
An Obi-Don, Kentucky?
Yes.
Don't tell me that old beggar is still wandering around the plains.
Oh, so you have seen him?
I know of him. Yes, I think he probably will be somewhere traveling again with the Wandering Emporium.
Ah,
That's
thank
the
you.
last place I've known of his whereabouts.
That's very helpful.
Yes. The Wandering Emporium is a sort of traveling caravan of sorts of traders and slavers that we sometimes do business with. Who knows where they are this time of year? The Blood War is ramping up, so they'll probably be sticking somewhere close to the River Styx. I am not sure, but I would start my search there.
All right.
Hmm.
Maggie, now I have a question for you.
Very
Gideon's gonna walk
well.
up to the desk, kind of place his hands on there, and go. So, have you heard of a demon with the cover name or devil? I don't know which one. I don't discriminate. Gerdon Brightstar.
Let's see if she knows.
It's obviously a cover name, but oh, it is.
Oh no. Hmm. I don't think so,
Damn it.
dear. Doesn't ring any bells. Although others
Hmm.
might know that other warlords perhaps might have information. If you do find anything out about this person, I would like to know. I assume he's a powerful
Hmm.
mentor of yours.
No, no.
Is he
It's a
not the
long
one that
story,
put that
one that I.
little dark being in your mind? And yes,
Now listen here.
she's
How do you know
aware.
that?
She's aware. I have my ways, dearie. You did sleep in my
Oh,
domain. Perhaps I took a peek in your dreams.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
invasive. Okay.
You are very lucky we're allies.
Perhaps you're the
Gideon's gonna
lucky
turn.
ones.
Oh,
And with that, Gideon's gonna turn real sharply and walk away.
not
Now,
gonna
if
say
there's
something
nothing
about it.
else, I would like to get back to my own affairs. Does anyone else need anything from Maggie?
I have one more question. I don't believe we've met. I'm Cyrus. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Tiefling. Hmm. Okay,
Yes.
and what can I do for you, little one?
Well, I've heard you're quite the nice and kind, benevolent person that you are,
Is that
and
what they say? You've
that's
been
what they're saying
you've been
anyway.
mistaken.
My complete. Well, I believe they're trying to give you a good reputation so that you get much more customers. You know, that's how it works, right? I
Dispense with the pleasantries, young one.
I
Speak your
understand.
purpose.
I've got you. I'm interested in the. Have you heard of anyone who are seeking the dark amethyst?
Sapphire. I thought we
Specific
settled on sapphire.
sapphire.
Yeah.
The dark sapphire. Specifically, there are two tieflings in Sharan robes with a Sharan cleric. They may have come through here, they may have been seen. You are one who knows information. I figured you might be the one to ask first.
I haven't heard of anyone like that. If they've only arrived recently, however, it's unlikely they passed this way. I would seek them somewhere else, perhaps. If they went seeking for information, they would have gone to the bazaar as well. Or perhaps even the fighting pits.
Fighting pits.
Yes, the fighting pits.
Maybe. Thank you.
Very well.
I'll leave you to it then. Because I don't imagine you know anyone who's seen a Ciervo. No.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Oh. That'll be all.
All right. And you are dismissed, young ones. Leave
you,
Maggie
Maggie.
be. And she dismisses you. And she transforms back into her cute, pretty old lady form.
Oh my god, she's oh my gosh, it's it's that lady. She's that lady from Baldur's Gate.
Well, that's not what that
Not
token
really.
is, but
No, but it's like that lady from Baldur's Gate.
right.
Yes, Auntie Ethel.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking of.
Ocean
she's
here.
she's a hag. I thought that was obvious. Like, I don't know. Did they not explain that to you?
Yeah, we did
No, I
say
didn't know
hag.
she had a different form.
Yeah, all hags can shapeshift.
Okay.
It's like inherent. Like it's assumed they change their form, just like you can. Not that you're a hag, but like
Good save.
bards.
Good save.
Bards can do that. Like, and so can hags.
Mm-hmm.
You're a musical hag.
Yeah, she's a pretty musical hag. Yeah. I mean,
Your
no,
mom's a hag.
she's not a hag at all.
On
Not-
Mother's
not yours.
Day? Really?
Well, hey, if I don't get to celebrate, if Cyrus doesn't get to celebrate Mother's Day, neither does Gideon.
Well, technically he does it. He's an orphan. Anyways,
In my cult. Anyway,
so have we learned everything that we want to? Shall we go?
Yes.
Gideon's like
I-
clearly pissed. He's speaking through gritted teeth.
Alrighty.
I got the
Good to have
information I needed.
that's good that you did.
You guys
don't
want
think
to
the
head
pot
out
would-
of this place, or
Yeah.
I'm going to kill that hag. I'm going to team
You are
with
not
one of those damn
killing the
warlords. I'm
hag.
going to cut her head off. She peed into me. Well, I
You
slept.
peed into you?
Peered.
You can't speak.
she
can't
visited
listen.
him in his dream. She's a night hag, so they're a little bit different than the kind of hag Annie Ethel was. Annie Ethel was a green hag. So night hags, first of all, they're always associated with the hells, and they're always going into dreams to try and capture souls and put them into their soul bags. Yeah.
So bad.
And she
Let's play
can
hag one day.
she can sneak in and out of your dreams if you're like in her domain. So like be aware. Like you're not dealing with like a benevolent creature here. She's just you guys have mutually beneficial like paths, and she's like just allied with you for that reason.
Right.
You know?
One of them.
Mm-hmm.
Fervor, bitter breath. Kofik. Going to seem overall one
She's
of
a
them.
warlord. She's trying to gain any advantage she can on anybody and anyone, and she'll use you as pawns if she can ultimately.
Girl boss.
She's quite the girl boss, if you want to call her that.
Okay. So yeah, are we good to move on, guys?
Yes, Gideon's gonna walk over to cycle over here, take a gander at it.
Minivan time.
All right, do you guys want to get out of here?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's.
So,
I'm putting you on the big map.
so who's taking that two-wheeled bike? I like that.
Oh, that would be me.
Right. So,
So,
who's taking it?
remember,
That's
you-
not Gideon.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
Remember the deal with the soul coins. Each vehicle requires a soul coin in order to fuel it. Each soul
Oh
coin.
crap!
Yeah. So if
We
you
have three
take,
of them.
right, you have 3 right now, but you have to put the full coin in. Now, if you put the full coin in, you'll get, what is it, 72 hours of drive time. Which seems like a lot, but travel here can take weeks sometimes.
Oh.
Not
So
weeks,
what you're
but
saying is we could
days.
find more.
You're gonna need to find more if you want to keep operating them, most likely.
Gotta catch them.
Okay.
All right.
So we're on the
Yeah,
map.
just
Where do you want to try and go? You don't know where you want to go, right? But you know about a hill. So
Yeah.
remember where you are?
Lulu.
You're down here.
Yes. Yep.
You pass
We're
by the
looking for a
tower.
Lulu, which way is the hill?
Lulu points back up north. There. The hill to the north of us. The one rising above Harrowman's Hill. Or El Terrell,
Okay.
she said. So, like, it sort of sits further north of El Terrell, but, like, on the River Styx also.
How are we supposed to get across there?
We'll say El Terrell's a little bit more, like, over here.
It's
How?
just
How?
actually falling.
You're going to have to find some way to cross the River Styx. Now, if someone wants to make a lore check on the River Styx, they can do that. Like you can make an Arcana or probably Arcana would be good, or History. Or if you're nearby, you could learn more about it by doing a survival or investigation. But like if you just want to right now see if you can recall any information about the River Styx, you can go do that.
Sure. What's the worst that could happen? That
You feel it.
it's a 4.
Yep.
What kind of check did you roll though?
A history check.
You don't know anything about it, like specifically. You've heard only about it. You've only heard it mentioned in like certain songs, but you don't know details. Like you've heard it used in stories, but like you don't understand any nature of it or how to cross it. Anyone can make this check.
Oh.
All right, Panther, you know, or Cyrus, you know. So the river Styx, you know, of course, it goes through the lower plains of Avernus, and so you can get lost easily on it, because it's sort of like it's hard to see where it flows, and so there are some detrimental effects that can occur if you go in the river Styx. So if you touch the actual waters, you can have a certain problem. You can lose all your memories.
Oh.
So, remember Lulu didn't have her memories, right?
Mm-hmm.
That might be why she lost her memories.
Dum dum dum.
Someone shoved my baby girl into the river Styx.
She might have fallen in there trying to escape those demons that were trying to kill her and that other woman. To flee the scene of the incident. So, chance of that happening, you have to have a very strong mind. So
that makes sense.
yeah.
If every 4 hours that
So
makes sense.
yeah.
If every 4 hours it becomes normal waters and time passes only if time passes. What were you saying? Time passes how?
After 24 hours, the water is normal. Like if you remove water from it, like let's say you wanted to drink the water, you'd have to wait 24 hours, and then you could then purify the water or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then is that it?
That's all you can really recall. Yeah. But you don't want to go swimming in it. That's the key. And you could easily get lost. And you might not have a boat. And the downside about the river Styx too is that's where the demons arise from when they enter this plane, when they enter Avernus. So anytime you're close to the river Styx, there's a chance to encounter a battle between devils and demons. Or at least one or the other. You know, fine. It's going to be high concentrations of both near it at times. You might need to find a safer area to pass. Like, you might not want to necessarily, you know, just take any old boat.
How far across is the river? Like from bank to bank?
It's pretty far. It's wide.
Got it.
Miles wide.
Okay.
It's almost like a lake. It's so wide, you know.
Okay. Okay. That goes my idea.
Alrighty, I think I got everything.
Okay.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
So,
Alrighty.
as you guys are gazing towards it right now, you notice that there is a very large structure in the middle of the river that looks like this. It's known as the Stygian Dock. Okay. So take that sight in for a moment, and then I'll explain.
Okay.
So the Stygian Dock, it's like a toll bridge, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You could attempt to cross there,
Okay.
but you're almost certain it's guarded by devils, demons. Yeah.
You said it's a toll bridge. What does it collect?
Probably souls.
Okay.
Sweet. We've sacrificed Gideon.
Coins?
Perfect. Oh.
It's actually like when
You
you
can try.
when you look over at it right now, there's actually a flying fortress docking with it as you sit here and gaze over there. And that's what you see in that handout. That's not, if you look at it, if you still have it up, like you can look at it, it's like there's like two sides of the bridge that point upward, and then there's all these chains that connect to something in the middle, right? That's a flying fortress. Zariel's, it's kind of like Zariel's like chariots, like that her armies travel in. They're like world ships, kind of.
Yeah.
And they that's where they get repaired. It's like a repairing dock for them. Yeah. It's probably governed by some kind of lieutenant or governor of Avernus. Some kind of high-ranking devil. That would probably seem right.
Mm.
You may want to go that way or stay away from that or find another way. But, yeah.
And do we see any other way to cross, or is this the only one?
That's the only obvious way that you can see from where you're
Okay.
at. Now, the obvious answer is find a fucking boat and travel across it.
Yes.
You might be able to find one, buy one, create one, whatever you want to do. It's said that at the Wandering Bazaar you can find anything. You asked around while you were at Mad Maggie's, and you heard a lot of the Red Caps overheard them talking about the Wandering Bazaar and how anything you can want you can find there, including slaves, and the best candy in Avernus is there. But maybe they have a boat, so you could try there if you ever end up at the Wandering Bazaar. Or you could try traveling along it and looking for another way. Now, all along the river, there are various watchtowers. If you see these watchtowers here, that's what those are. They're like, they sit along the river. And the reason they're along the river is because that's a way for the devils to be alerted of a demonic army approaching. because they're going to approach via the river, right?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, they sail down it.
The only obvious way there is that large bridge with the flying fortress in the middle of it.
Keep in mind, you don't have to go to this hill straight away. You could explore Avernus in any direction you want, but you know, the longer you travel in random directions, the more likely you are to get killed or captured and then tortured to
Or
death.
our bike, our weapon, our cars run out of fuel.
That too. And then you die of starvation. Well, probably not starvation, but
Exhaustion, yeah.
exhaustion at least might kill you over time. It might kill some of you. So limiting your exposure to the land might be a benefit. Like always having a destination is probably the best idea. Go ahead.
Anyone have any clue, any other places we want to visit?
Why don't we... Honestly, I think the dock might be our best bet. Or going after the Emporium. Because that was wasn't that where Kentucky was?
The Traveling Bazaar?
Yes. I thought it was the Wandering Emporium.
Yeah, it is the Wandering
Oh,
Emporium. The Traveling Bazaar is just another. You can refer to it as that if you want.
Oh, okay.
okay. So, yeah,
Synonymous.
that could be anywhere amongst Avernus. It's kind of a little hard to track. So what we've heard so far.
We could all jump on Gideon and see if he floats.
Trust me, I sink like a rock in this armor.
That explains it. Explains a lot.
Have you ever wore
Said
this
both.
thing? It's heavy as fuck.
No, I have style and taste, but
Clearly, you don't have taste and protection.
we're having a very serious conversation right now, Gideon. I can't believe you're talking about this. Okay. Aylin.
Do you hear this person over here?
Aylin, what do you think? What sounds like a good idea to you?
You there, Aylin?
Yeah. She's gonna be like, sorry, I was thinking of my sister.
That's fair.
Remember, your sister works for Zariel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
we cross the water, we don't have our boat anymore, so let's not do that. If we go up to the bridge, we're fucked. Unless we convince them we can cross.
We do have cars that can ram through.
We do, and not to... I could talk my way into it. I could disguise myself as a demon. Or devil, depending on what we see.
It's an horrible idea.
We could play the... If we're able to get close enough, I could sneak my way out there. By using my invisibility. See which foe I need to mimic. And then theoretically mimic them.
Fair enough. What is the cover story to get the rest of us across?
This is a really messed up way to say it, but I believe I still have those manacles. You guys could be my prisoners.
I have manacles as well.
That's 2 manacles. So we could say, theoretically, we could say you're prisoners of Zariel. And you are to be used in a soul extraction.
Boom. I like it. Let's do it.
And if they don't know what that is, let's just say it's far
But there's
above their
4 of us
patience.
and 2 manacles.
Isn't he? That is true.
Do you only have one set?
Do
Does anybody
I
have an
have an
illusion
idea.
spell?
So like we could handcuff like 2 of us together.
Yes.
One arm goes in one, then lead us through there like that.
Yes.
Well, would they really believe one lowly demon, was able to capture all 3 of all 4 of us?
She could impersonate, though. From whoever's on that bridge. Like, she could impersonate a captain, she could impersonate a high lord, she could impersonate whoever.
I
But
don't
how
inherently
will we know
impersonate anyone.
which is which?
What if I pulled out Xena? What if I pulled out that strange other form of mine?
Do you know what she looks like? Don't answer that.
I know she looks better than you.
Oh yes, I also know she looks better than me. She looks like a damn succubus. We've seen it before.
Yes, you have. But if needed, they may not know. They could be newerborns. Is that what you would call them? Newerborns? That doesn't sound right. But if we go based off that, then maybe. It's a long shot, but it's that or we try and find a wandering bazaar that we have no idea where. Or we try to get
Xena
information on the bazaar through these.
Yeah, I suppose that's also a thing. Xena was killed in battle, no?
She was.
She was a high-ranking warlord.
Exactly.
It was
But do
probably-
they know that she's
and so-
dead?
I presume they know she was killed because, well,
Then we... Well,
she fell in battle.
We
Is
could
it
pretend to be
smart show
Maggie.
her? Yeah. True. But she's a warlord. You think they're gonna have that much respect for her? Oh, they would. So maybe.
And I know
yes.
what Maggie looks like. And I know her tone of voice. So,
That could work.
it's a long shot. It also depends on how good your acting skills are.
Yeah, well, none of us have to act. We just don't have to make eye contact and don't speak.
Why don't you just
Ah.
do all of it for them instead of relying on any of them? I don't know.
That's what I'm going to do. They just need to be convincing as prisoners.
Yeah, just tell them to keep their mouth shut. That's all they gotta do. I know that's hard for
Sweet.
some of them.
Don't worry, I will be very angry and probably ruin the plan. I will overact. It's all like
So-
theater school again.
Yeah, we know.
So we
know
head
that'll happen.
to... So we head to the dock then. Are we all in agreement?
Cap.
Yeah,
Rohan.
Rohan, what do you think?
I think we should.
And if we find any
Perfect.
information on good old Kentucky, then we'll continue from there. We'll find your brothers. And the demon that put a curse on good old... What do I call you now? You're a paladin, aren't you?
Handsome, devilishly dashing. What else?
I think
do
I
you
just
say?
threw up a little. Oh, I think nope. Oh, I can feel it coming on.
Don't
No,
worry, I
oh,
feel that exact way every time I look at you.
I'm so flattered. I feel that way every time you open your mouth to speak because of that stench.
Mhm.
You brush your teeth. Ugh.
Who doesn't brush their teeth? What the fuck?
You.
No. I keep my pearly whites very nice. Do you see this Gideon smile? I couldn't have it if I don't brush. You brush at least
sorry, I
twice a
don't
day,
look
Cyrus,
at-
unlike you. I see that yellow in there, that decay of all of that shit. Ugh, disgusting.
Are you shaming me because I lived on the streets? Because my
Yes.
parents were in a
Yes. You're
cult?
lower than me. Look at that.
Oh, okay. Wow. So a paladin,
Wow.
the great
Yes. Paladin
benevolent
of glory.
paladin is
Benevolent. Who
looking
said I was
down on me.
benevolent?
You classist
Yes, I look down at you.
piece of yes.
Move forward.
Yes.
Let's go.
Understood, mother. Sorry.
Gideon's gonna. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Red bastard. Anyway, let's keep going.
Bitch.
Okay, guys.
What did you just call me?
Your mother.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Got
Well,
things to do. Stop arguing.
as the argument
I'm taking the bike.
continues to ramp up and down,
Mhm.
the rest of you are preparing the new vehicles and getting ready to drive them. Does anyone know how to drive land vehicles now?
Wait, they were supposed to teach us. They were supposed
Oh, they
to
were
teach us,
supposed to
Mike.
teach us.
Yeah.
We got carried away. We were talking to Maggie.
Yeah.
I
Didn't you
say
just
I
go-
stuck around Shuka while they were fixing up the bike and was like, taking notes on what to do, how
I know how to
turn,
do it.
what
I
is the
totally know
throttle.
how to do it.
Bro, what do you mean you know how to do it?
I know how to I know how
Are
to
we
drive a motorcycle.
go over the bridge?
Bro, can I
Are we
backpack?
taking the guys? Are we taking
Yes.
the vehicle to the bridge?
We're going to try. Oh,
Okay. So
Wait.
Maggie needs to be in the front seat.
Maybe.
I have to drive.
Or
Maggie. What do you
or
think?
Yeah.
Maggie.
She could have a
So wait,
the
you're
raven-haired woman
you're gonna
drive.
impersonate Mad Maggie, a known warlord, and speak to potentially an agent of Zariel. That's your plan.
Well, now when you say it like
You
that,
say
it
it.
sounds kind of stupid.
So
let's go ahead and.
I gotta reiterate, just so you understand, you're aware of this now. The warlords are not aligned with Zariel's forces. They're sort of, like I said,
Oh.
independent. I mean, they tolerate them,
Then,
but just keep that in mind.
So
Got it.
then
why don't I
May-
have?
Someone there.
What if we
maybe you should
impersonate-
turn.
Uh-huh. What if-
Maybe you should turn into Xena and have Zestries drive us around.
I can only hold it for so long though.
How long?
Well, that's the same way for a disguised person.
It's
Wait a
kind
minute. Aelin,
Does it work? Yes.
you look like one of Zario's assets. Like, splitting image.
I need to dye my hair. Does anyone have any charcoal, anything like that?
You could just do
Melee's hair is
magic
black.
to disguise
Yeah,
person.
you
She
can
could
do
cast
magic.
disguise person on you.
Oh, I don't have that.
You don't need it. Your companions have it.
Can do it. Let's heck it go.
How long is it good for?
An hour, I believe. It's about an hour.
Ooh.
Let me see. Let me see if that's a good idea. Let me think for a second.
Okay.
Persuasion.
Maybe we should
I'm not
keep
proficient.
the manacles loosened a bit, just in case things go wrong.
So I'm not proficient in persuasion, but I do have a +4.
I can theoretically back you up.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, I look. No, I look like a tiefling. I don't look that much.
Hang on, let me make sure I'm right. Let me look up how long Xena lasts. Just before I like. Oh wait. If all else fails, I don't think it'll work. I think it'll work. I don't think I can teleport the whole car. Can't teleport the whole car.
You can teleport yourself and the car.
Can I do that? I have
You-
Dimension
you-
Door, DM. When I
Okay.
leveled up, I got Dimension Door.
Yeah.
So, can I theoretically... Well, let's cross that bridge when we get to that bridge.
What? Teleport the vehicle?
Yes.
No, it's too big of an
That's what I
object.
figured.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Hmm.
Then again, we could also just take the wild approach and ram through it. Our car is more than capable of running down demons.
Oh, one last thing that Chuka and Clunk advise you, like if you run into trouble and you really need to get somewhere fast, when it comes to the infernal war machines, is that if you find any demon ichor, you can pour it into the gas tank or the furnace.
Demon Ichor.
Hmm.
Demon
Yeah.
Ichor
Soul
is
fuel,
gas
they
for
call
Yeah.
it.
Mom Bam.
Yeah, it's like a
It's kinda like nitro.
it's like nitrous, yeah. So you pour a flask of demon
Okay.
ichor into the war machine and it increases the speed by 30. You know, like 30 extra feet of movement. And it lasts for 1 minute. And while the vehicle's speed is increased in this way, sometimes things can go haywire. But if you need a boost, it might be one of the fastest ways to travel. So you don't know how to find demon ichor, but you assume it comes from demons when they die, because that's what ichor is. That's like the remaining stuff.
We could probably find some of that down by the river. Or kill them right now.
You could try.
Have that in our back pocket just in case, and then we can speed through there.
No.
Okay. I would say we just go for it.
As a plan B.
Hell yeah,
we can
there's
do that.
never been a time I agree with you more.
Hmm.
Ew. Anyway, let's go.
All right.
As a
Well,
plan B.
you guys are heading.
For what?
Your goal is to head towards the
The dock.
dock.
Yeah,
Okay.
the dock.
All
Da
right.
da 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 da. Let's do this.
I'm
Da
gonna,
da 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 da
I'm gonna
da
end
da
our
da
session
da da da.
right here. So
Alrighty.
Okay.
next week we will see if you get to the dock without dying.
Whoa.
Yippee.
Okay.
Oh, that'll
Everybody
be
good?
18.
Did anybody
Yeah.
have any unanswered questions before we end about
No.
anything we talked about on our session? Because we talked about a lot of lore tonight. It's like all we did, but that was cool. So
Yeah.
I'm starting to pick up on something, but I don't know what's happening. But every single time she, like, comes across, okay, they always say, "I would have remembered your face," da da da. But like, there's always a side comment of like her magic or her soul. I was wondering if is there something with that, or is just that's another compliment?
well, Mad Maggie is more attuned to souls because of her hag nature. So you talking
makes
about
sense.
what Maggie said
But it's
earlier?
just
You're referring to that.
yeah, but it's not just Maggie though. It was Phaedra. It was someone else as well. Like that, there's like
You have a soul
some
connection with
things-
your sisters, so people see that. Souls are sort of the theme of this
Oh.
entire adventure too. So you know,
Oh.
yeah, with being
What if one of us loses our soul by the end?
it could happen.
dumb.
You know,
I volunteer,
the
Gideon.
whole story is about souls. So like, it's about your souls, gaining your souls back, losing your souls potentially, saving the souls of your loved ones, restoring Zariel's true soul to herself. Right, is a possibility in this story. You know, if the
Crazy.
sword can heal and free Avern or Elturel, it could possibly do the same to Zariel.
True.
Right? It could reverse what happened
This
to
is
her.
gonna be so.
So,
It'll be so
tread
fun.
carefully,
I'm
though.
so excited.
You got a couple demons to fight, and some devils probably.
Hmm.
So,
Devils and demons and hell of all places.
Cyrus,
Crazy.
you have a multiple personality disorder, right? That's your thing, or
Yeah.
but you have a devil living inside of you named Xena.
Mm-hmm.
But with Gideon, he was cursed by a demon.
Yes.
And it's his own dark side, his own dark nature, which caused him to be like the way he was many years. Even though he's the son of... Did we say you're the son of a god? I think we did that.
Yeah.
Yes, we said I was a son of a god.
Which god did we decide?
I don't think
We don't know.
Not. Yeah, we don't.
I have no idea who Sky Daddy is.
Sky Daddy, yeah. He hasn't revealed himself. Just Thompson told you about your lineage, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll figure all that out. But you guys have, like, in order to complete your side quest, it's not required, but you have to be very vigilant about finding out information throughout the campaign and ask lots of questions.
Understood.
Sometimes the places you go will be exactly where you need to be to uncover the next step. You might just stumble upon them. You know, like you might walk into a citadel or a tower or some castle somewhere, and in the cells where you find your sister, or you find, you know, Xena might be there, or you might find an Obidon, Kentucky, or one of the monks or something like that. So just always be on the lookout. I might just drop them anywhere, but most likely your side quests are going to involve at the end some epic kind of encounter, whether that be a dungeon, a big battle, something, you know. I have a few ideas in mind for each person's story. I haven't fully written that script yet, so it's too early for that.
I'm gonna just trade my soul to Xena to save the world. That's what I'm gonna do.
If that's what you wanted to do, I mean, you
Not
could,
particularly, but if like I'm just
I don't think Xena has the power like to do that kind of stuff. She's not that powerful.
No.
She's a devil, but like she has a claim to your soul, right?
Yeah.
Because you were born a certain way. Your soul got split, right, when you were born. Isn't that what Shar told you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, essentially that's what happened. So, and part of her soul got merged with yours when you were born. Remember that. That's really important. Don't forget that. Write that down. That's an important detail about what I told you that night many sessions ago. I remembered it.
Our souls are like part of her soul is merged with mine.
It's merged with you. Like a piece of her soul was with yours when you were born. That's why you have her in you, and you can change into her at times. Remember, you have that ability. What do you have? An ability that you could turn into a devil once per day and fly?
Yeah, specifically, yeah. And I just get like some of her attributes, I believe.
Yeah, you get like increased like strength and stuff like that.
I think so.
Yeah, you kind of like have a Slayer form, but it's more of like a succubus form or something. Like. Yeah, it's like that.
What did I call it? I had it somewhere, but I don't know where to. Wonderwall. Wonderwall.
Keep good
notes. One of my songs
that.
is called. I will.
All right, let's pick this up next week. We'll start driving around and figure out how to navigate the plains. Okay, guys? I'll talk to you in a minute. I'll talk to you next weekend.
All right, bye-bye.
Have a good night. Happy Mother's Day.
Good night. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye-bye.